welcome back to Let's Play Fallout New Vegas. Last time when we left off, we were poking around the Great Khan base, the real one, the faction headquarters at Red Rock Canyon. We had explored the whole place, we had killed all the generics, which I decided I am still going to do, even though I've hit the level cap, not so much for experience points, but because of all the goodies they drop. Even if I don't really need the goodies anymore either, I am still committed to being as completionist as possible. What else? I think that's probably about it. I'm sorry for the slight delay getting started this morning. NVIDIA has a habit of releasing graphics driver updates the mornings of my streams, so I had to download that and get it up and running just to make sure that everything is current, which I always prefer to do, and so it is. So we'll be ready to start, actually jump in the game in just another moment or two. Good morning, Lone Wonder. How are you, my friend? Oh, wow. 7 months. 7 months a subscriber. Well, thank you so much, my friend. I really appreciate it. You're easily my most stable viewer. I think you catch the most streams out of everyone. I appreciate your subscription. I appreciate your willingness to serve as a moderator, even if we haven't really needed those so far. And I really appreciate the fact that you choose to be here so consistently. It makes me very happy. Thank you, sir. Good morning, His Headness. I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. Good morning, Nyron. Let's jump into New Vegas now. Twitch Mobile is a bag of shit. I noticed the app pushed an update today. I take it didn't go well for you. Didn't solve the many problems you've had, so to speak. Alright. I think we need to wait until Papa Khan actually comes outside. I don't think we can mess with him in his bedroom. I think it's bad policy, so...
Yeah?
There's Regis. What's his deal?
I haven't seen you before. What brings you to the Great Khans?
What's your opinion of the NCR?
That's a complicated question. They've done horrible things to our people, to be sure, and I've gladly killed many of their soldiers in battle. But I can't bring myself to hate them the way Papa does. Things would damn sure be better for us if they were in charge than Caesar.
So if you were in charge of the tribe, you'd fight with the NCR against Caesar if asked?
I suppose if asked, I would. But that's a moot point, because Papa's in charge now, and he's not going anywhere.
Tell me about Papa Khan.
Papa is one of the best leaders the Khans have ever had. He's kept us together through all of our hardships, ever since we left California. Bitter Springs changed him, though. He started to really hate the NCR after the massacre. And sometimes, I worry that's poisoned his mind.
Good morning, Reaper. I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. What did you mean about Papa's hatred poisoning his mind?
Nothing.
Excuse me.
I shouldn't be talking about this with an outsider.
Tell me about Bitter Springs.
I really don't like to talk about it. Let's just say it was a tragedy, and the NCR is to blame. And we'll leave it at that. Sure.
I have other
Go
questions. Who are you?
Name's Regis. I'm Papa Khan's advisor and right-hand man. I'm also the chief enforcer of the tribe's laws, so watch your behavior.
Goodbye.
Until next time.
Not a lot to him. Papa's still asleep, it seems like. Papa's still asleep, it seems like. Oh, there he's getting up. Alright, once he sits down, I think we can talk to him. Karl.
So the cub enters the wolf's den. What do you want, cub?
Can you tell me about your people?
You want to hear the story of the great Khans? It's a long one, full of honor, glory, and betrayal. We have suffered, but we will regain our glory.
As Headness, we finished Fear, unless you're talking about starting one of the sequels or expansions. Maybe you could give me the short version.
In a hurry, are you? Very well, then. The great Khans came east, out of the NCR 14 years ago. We ruled the wastes then, and called no man master. But we underestimated the families of the Strip, and they drove us back to Bitter Springs, where we remained until the NCR arrived and drove us here.
How did the three families defeat you?
They allied with Mr. House, the self-proclaimed master of New Vegas. He supported them with the resources of New Vegas. Weapons, technology, caps. They were better equipped, and we could not stand against them.
What happened at Bitter Springs?
When the NCR came to the Mojave, we thought they would be easy pickings. We raided their caravans, their towns, their camps. They couldn't stop us. At least that's what we thought. They tracked us to Bitter Springs and surrounded us. When our children, our sick and old, fled through a nearby pass, the NCR gunned them down.
I haven't started any of the expansions, no. Good morning, Sauna. Nice to have you. That doesn't sound like something the NCR would order.
Oh, they claimed it was a miscommunication, but tell that to those who saw our families butchered. Tell it to the survivors who were banished here.
Second thought, let's start with something else.
Typical. No reference for history in the younger generations.
Who are you?
You march all the way out to Red Rock Canyon, enter my home as bold as you please, and you have no idea who I am? You've got guts, I'll give you that. Well then, let me educate you. I am the chief of the great Khans. The Khan of Khans, if you like. This is my tribe, and these are my people.
I've come with an offer of alliance from the Powder Gangers at Vault 19.
And what benefit would this alliance give us?
The Powder Gangers have access to large quantities of explosives which they'd be willing to share.
Well now, the armory could always use more firepower. Very well. Tell the Powder Gangers we accept their offer. However, they would still have to pass the initiation rite to truly join our ranks.
Alright, goodbye. Report back to Samuel Cook.
Farewell.
You honor the great Khans with your presence. What can I do to help you?
Okay.
Until next time.
Let's talk to Karl now.
You're the one making a name for yourself among the troops, aren't you? What is it you need?
Who are you?
My name is Karl. Glorious Caesar has sent me as an emissary to the great Khans as a token of our alliance.
What alliance?
In exchange for great Caesar's promise of all the lands west of New Vegas, the Khans have agreed to fight alongside the Legion when the time comes.
What's your role in Caesar's Legion?
I am one of the Frumentari. It is my duty to scout the waste in Caesar's name and make contact with any tribes that might serve a useful purpose. You might say I'm somewhere between a scout and an ambassador. I'm assigned here as part of the alliance between the Legion and the Great Khans.
What does the Legion want with the Great Khans?
Though they have been cruelly oppressed by the NCR, the Khans remain great warriors. The Legion is honored to have such allies in battle.
Had some other questions.
Speak then. Yes.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Now is when we need to grab Karl's journal. Note added, Karl's journal. For some reason I lost karma for that. This journal consists of detailed records and observations from Karl's time with the Great Khans. Many of the entries go into great detail about his opinion of their savage, barbarous customs, and at several points he waxes philosophic about how it's very likely that Caesar's Legion will have to execute the lot of them. Let's talk to Papa again.
Yeah? It's always a pleasure to see you around the camp.
I've come to ask the Great Khans to break their alliance with Caesar's Legion.
Have you now? Well, you're a bold one, I'll give you that. But why should I do this for you?
Caesar is only using you. He doesn't actually care about the Great Khans. Do you really think Caesar is going to restore your tribe to glory? You'll be made slaves.
Ha! The Great Khans will not be slaves. Caesar himself has promised us the land from here to the Colorado, and the freedom to raid as we see fit. I won't hear any more talk against Caesar or his alliance. The Great Khans will answer Caesar's call to war, and the NCR will pay for their crimes.
Alright.
Farewell.
Now if we exit, we should trigger no conversation with Regis.
I heard you try to convince Papa Khan not to join with Caesar's Legion. I'd like to talk to you about that for a moment.
Good morning, Maya. What is it you had in mind?
You want to convince Papa not to ally with Caesar, right? Trust me, you'll get nowhere just talking to him about it. He's fixated on restoring the glory of the Great Khans, and he sees Caesar as the path to that restoration.
So what do I do?
Papa can be a stubborn man, but he's not a tyrant. He listens to his tribe, and to 4 voices in particular. Me, Jack, Diane, and Melissa. If you can convince all of us that allying with Caesar is a bad idea, you might be able to sway him.
Aren't you convinced already if we're having this conversation?
I have my doubts about Caesar, yes, but I won't publicly go against Papa Khan based on nothing more than doubts. I've heard rumors that tribes who aligned with Caesar in the past were torn apart and reduced to slaves. Prove it, and I'll back you.
What would convince Jack and Diane to support me?
You'd have to talk to them, but those two have been thick as thieves since they were kids. Convince one, and the other will come around.
What about Melissa?
Ah, Melissa. She's a bit of a dreamer. Last time she was in camp, Karl filled her head with stories of serving the Legion as a speculatore. Personally, I've never seen a woman in Legionnaire's armor, so I have my doubts.
Okay, I'll see what I can do to convince everyone.
Good. Oh, one more thing. Caesar's representative, Karl, has become fast friends with Papa. Karl's the one who has him so fixated on this alliance. You'll probably have an easier time of things if you can find a way to get him out of the picture.
Good morning, Cyclo. Quest added. Oh, my Papa. Excuse me. Convince Jack and Diane to speak out against Caesar. Find Regis evidence that Caesar will annihilate the Great Khans. Convince Melissa to speak out against Caesar. How would I do that?
Karl talks prettily about the honor and nobility of the Great Khans, but I
Excuse me.
suspect his actual opinion is less flattering. Maybe you could find something he wrote that expresses that opinion, or trick him into losing his cool in the longhouse right in front of Papa.
I'll keep that in mind.
I would too, if I were you.
Alright. Optional. Find a way to disgrace Karl in front of Papa Khan. Bring evidence of Karl's plan to Papa Khan.
Yeah? Ah, you're back. What else do you need?
You should look at this. It's Karl's journal, and it's very revealing of his true opinions.
Let me see that. Filthy savages. Probably have to decimate the lot of them? Are these the words of our friend, Caesar?
Great Khans, drive Caesar's dog out of our camp. If he's too slow to flee, kill him. Hey! You like that? Had enough?
Nice job, Papa Khan. I'm not gonna kill him myself.
You like that?
Good night, Karl.
I'm beginning to hear troubling rumors from my advisors. Would you know anything about that?
Goodbye.
Farewell.
Alright. Now's a good time for an offload, because we're doing a little bit of fast traveling around anyway. So let me do that right quick before we come back here. Grilled mantis will do. I'll hold on to that for my actual food for the moment.
Will Sir be staying for any consideration? Will Sir be staying for any
Forgot to dump my miscellaneous items. Let me do that right quick. At this point, I think we can sell Abraxo, because the only thing it was good for, crafting-wise, was the clean cosmic knife and dead money, and that's over now. Alright. Let's head back out now. Few easy little running around quests. Start at the Great Khan encampment. Which is where we already met Melissa and can speak to her.
How's it going?
Regis says I should talk to you about speaking against the Great Khan's alliance with Caesar.
You can ask, but why would I do that? Karl told me all about the life in the Legion. He says I've got all the makings of a speculatory.
Did he also tell you women aren't permitted to serve in the Legion?
What? No, What do you mean aren't allowed to serve? Why would he lie about that?
If the Great Khans join the Legion, you'll be sold as a slave, an officer's wife if you're lucky.
That lying little weasel. I almost fell for it too. All right, you've got a deal. You can tell Papa I won't support an alliance.
Completed. Convince Melissa.
Later.
All right, back to Red Rock Canyon now. Next person to find is Jerry the Punk. I think we saw him down by the initiation pit. I'll look for him down there. Caps doesn't buy happiness. There's Jessup, and I believe that's Jerry the Punk.
Rhymes with indulgent. Default.
There he is.
What do you want?
Can you tell me about the Great Khans?
I can tell you they're a bunch of big dumb jerks with no appreciation for art. I mean, can you believe their initiation?
What is this initiation?
Everybody has to do it. Well, everybody who wants to be a Khan anyways. They toss you into the ring there and beat on you for a solid minute. If you survive, you're in.
That doesn't sound so bad.
Sure, maybe not if you're some hulking reprobate like Regis or big to the gills like Jack. I've tried 5 times and still haven't made it.
Speech 33. Sounds like you're not happy being a Great Khan. Maybe you'd be happier someplace else.
Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe I can find my true calling, someplace they'll appreciate my poetry. Someplace like the old Mormon fort, maybe. Do you think the followers of the apocalypse would take me? I remember all those books they brought us when they visited our tribe.
I could ask them for you.
You'd do that? Thanks. I mean, I'd go myself, but what if they said no? The
Quest
Khans would
edit.
take me back, and then I'd have nobody.
Cry me a river. What are you doing? Talk to the followers of the apocalypse about letting Jerry the Punk join their order. What are you doing?
Nothing really. Just trying to psych myself up to try my initiation. Again.
It sounded like you were writing poetry.
Oh, you heard that, huh? Okay, so, yeah, I was writing poetry. I know, it's not a very great Khan-like thing to do. The followers of the apocalypse came to our camp when I was a kid, and they brought a bunch of old books. I used to read pre-war poetry for hours.
Why isn't poetry Great Khan-like?
Have you seen this tribe? If it's not an epic drunken ballad of cracking skulls and hearing lamentations, they think it's a waste of time.
You don't sound too eager for your initiation.
Yeah, well, I guess maybe I'm not. But what else can I do?
I had other questions.
Sure, okay.
I'd like to hear some of your poetry.
You would? Really? Okay, well then, here goes. This is a poem I wrote about the dark loneliness that suffuses my soul. Rain clouds wrap my heart in sorrow black as silk. My empty scream does not echo. Even though we're in a canyon, my soul aches. Not as much as my limbs, because I've been beaten severely. That's it. What do you think?
Wow, that really was something.
You liked it? Wow, you're the first one who ever did.
What do you think about the Great Khan's alliance? What do you think about the Khan's alliance with Caesar?
Huh? Wait, what are you talking about? We're allied with Caesar now? Typical. Nobody tells me anything.
Alright, that's enough of that.
Bye. Indulgent.
Now, let's head back to Freeside's East Gate.
Indulgent.
We're finally going to take care of that little High Times quest. Get some traction with the followers. Jacob Hoff should be somewhere around here.
Bang, 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 bang.
There he is.
You have chems, buddy? I could really use a fix.
Completed. Find Jacob Hoff. Julie Farkas says you could use some help. Help Jacob Hoff kick his addiction to chems.
Julie's a saint, but I don't need help. I feel young and strong, as long as I get my chems.
You look pretty bad, Jacob. You should probably stop using chems.
Why stop? I feel great. No worries. My guy will be here soon enough. Just wait.
Who's supplying you?
If I had 2 caps to scrape together, I'd buy the materials to make my own. My damn hands won't stop shaking. This guy named Dixon. Something about him seems sketchy, but I can't stop now. Last time I stopped, I felt like I was gonna turn inside out. At this point, I'm mostly buying his stuff just so I don't feel sick. Speaking of which, do you have any spare caps?
Goodbye.
Bye.
Take care of the drug dealer. Please. As if. Alright. Dixon's over here. Let's talk to him.
Looking for a fix, man? I got what you need.
Do you know anything about Bill or Jacob?
Yeah, man. Those cats are out of their domes addicted to my shit. They can't get enough. Pretty hilarious to watch.
Are you trying to kill your customers?
Those fools are from NCR. I love seeing those squatters in agony. We were doing just fine before those shits came here and made a mess of things. We don't need NCR eggheads wandering around confusing things.
I need you to stop supplying Bill and Jacob.
Really? Ah, you're such a saint. You know what? I might be willing to stop, if there's something in it for me.
So the NCR is supplying you with cheap chems to keep Freeside down?
Wait, man. You can't go around saying shit like that. Okay, I get your point. You won't have to worry about me supplying those 2 anymore.
Goodbye.
Till next time.
Completed. Take care of the drug dealer. Now let's talk to Jacob again.
So you're back. Got any chems for me yet?
I took care of that dealer. Now you can clean up.
What? I need a fix now!
I want to help you get well, Jacob.
Fine. If you really care so much, then give me some shots of Fixer to calm down these shakes. I'm gonna need at least 10 shots to get me through the week. From there, the followers should be able to help.
Speech 50. Collect 10 doses of Fixer for Jacob. Jacob, be strong. You just need the support of your friends to get through this.
I think you're right. I've been through worse. I'll go to the fort and see if the followers can watch over me while I recover.
Alright. Completed. Help Jacob Hoff kick his addiction to chems. Now, we need to head to the old Mormon fort.
Bang, 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 bang. You okay?
Let's find Julie. There she is.
I hear a troublesome.
Hey, good to see you.
I met a kid who's unsatisfied with life in the Great Khans. Will you take him on as a follower?
We're always looking for new members. Does he have any particular talent?
Well, he's a poet. Kind of.
Well, I suppose we could always use another junior archivist in the library. All right, tell him we'll accept him as a probationary initiate.
There we go.
Legion camp got razed to the ground.
Time to head back to Red Rock Canyon. Now we're going to head to the Red Rock Drug Lab. A lot of these little running around cleanup quests to do at this stage. Gaining fame in all the various corners of the game. That's alright. Let's inform Jerry of the good news.
Rhymes with indulgent. If all... What?
The followers have agreed to take you on as a member. Head to the old Mormon fort.
They did? Oh, that's great. Thank you. I'm out of this crummy camp.
Completed Crimea River. And now up through here to the drug lab. Have discovered Red Rock Drug Lab. Look around at first. Don't think there's much in the way of new loot and items, but always worth looking.
Huh?
This looks like the actual lab. Flour. Interesting. Alright, now let's go talk to these two. Start with Jack.
Whoa, new guy.
What is it you do here?
Do? We don't, like, do anything. We make the magic happen.
Okay, then what do you make?
We make the happy stuff. What do you need? Jet, Psycho, a little Med-X to ease the pain?
You're drug dealers?
Nah, man, more like drug suppliers. Yeah. Other folks sell them. Diane's mostly in charge of that.
How'd you get into this business?
Guess I just had a natural talent for it. When I was a kid, these cats called the Followers of the Apocalypse came to our camp. They knew all kinds of kooky, scientistical stuff, so I ate up all the chemistry they could teach. Diane had the head for business, so we teamed up.
Who's Diane?
Diane's my girl, man. We've been taking care of each other our whole lives, ever since our folks died. Now we keep the cons and caps together.
Tell me a little about the Great Cons.
They're family, you dig? They've always looked out for us, made sure we had something to eat and a place to crash. Papa may look like a big angry bear, but he's a softy at heart. Regis is cool, scary, but cool. The rest are all pretty groovy, even little Jerry.
Who's Jerry?
The other dudes call him Jerry the Punk. That's kind of harsh, though. I think he's just a sensitive soul that needs some love. He's usually down around the proving ground if you want to say yo.
I'm looking to make a few caps. Got any work for me?
Diane handles most of the transactional elements of this little enterprise, but I'm always in the market for new recipes if you've got the spark.
Quest added, Abba Dabba Honeymoon. Teach Jack new chem recipes. Science. I know a few recipes for chems you might want. I could teach you.
Right on. What have you got?
Science 50. I can teach you to make slasher.
Right on. Let's have it. Grootalicious. That ought to rake in the caps. What do I owe you?
Some caps would be nice.
Here's a little tink-tink to weight your pockets.
Science 50, I can teach you to make party time mentats.
Right on. Let's have it.
Share a whiskey with me sometime?
Grootalish.
Caps.
Here's a little tink-tink to...
And
Right on. What have you got?
Science 50, I can teach you to make rocket.
Right on. Let's have it. Grootalish. Here's a little tink...
Completed, teach Jack new chem recipes. Second thought, nothing now.
Maybe later.
What do you have for sale?
Oh, you're buying. Cool.
He's only got 82 caps, but I can probably sell him a little bit of stuff. Or not. Just kidding. Alright, that'll do for now.
Thanks.
We're in a bad way on our all this because apparently teaching him stuff eats up a bunch of time, which always annoys me, but
How's my most favoritist friend?
you've got an impressive setup here. Have you considered making more helpful chems?
What do you mean, helpful? My stuff already makes people feel Groot-alicious.
Speech 66. But think of all the people who overdose on Jet and Psycho. It's bad for your karma.
Oh, you're right. I should start a side project making meds to keep my aura clean.
How's the medical work going?
Already on it. I whipped up a few stim packs already. But if you've got any more recipes, I'll take them.
Seems to be it. I'm here to ask you to publicly oppose Papa Khan's alliance with Caesar.
Huh? Look, man, me and Diane, we don't dig on that politics stuff, savvy? We just make the product and make it get to a good home. Sure, Caesar's a drag, but as long as we've got each other, we don't care who the top dogs roll with.
Speech 60. But you won't have each other. The Legion will kill you and sell Diane into slavery as a prostitute.
Dude, what a total haul. No way that's Kopashishi. Yeah, okay. Me and Diane got your back. No sweat.
I'm here to ask you to publicly oppose Papa Khan's alliance with Caesar.
Oh, it's cool, man. I got your back.
Alright, there we go. Ah, here we go. Science 50. I can teach you to make super stim packs.
Right on. Let's have it.
I knew we could teach him more.
Groota. Here's a little tink-tink.
And one more. Survival 75. I can teach you to make Hydra.
Right on. Grootalish. Here's a little...
There we go. That's everything for now. You're dehydrated again. I don't have anything with me. That's alright though. Let's talk to Diane.
Hey, you're not one of my regulars. What do you want?
So about the alliance with Caesar's Legion.
Don't worry, Jack and I have talked it over. We'll talk up the idea of breaking the alliance.
What is it you do here?
We keep the Great Khans from falling apart, essentially. Jack manufactures the chems. I organize the runners and the shipments.
So you're drug dealers?
We're supplying things people want in exchange for things our tribe needs. Don't judge us.
Who do you sell to?
We make regular shipments to a lot of settlements around the Mojave. A lot of our business comes from the fiends lately. Personally, I think they're kind of creepy. But Papa likes the fact they get all hopped up on Psycho and harass the NCR patrols.
Good to know. I had some other questions.
Like what?
Tell me a little about the Great Khans.
I'll spare you the history lesson. Talk to Papa Khan if you want to hear that story. Things have been rough for a while now. Even with Jack working all the time and my runners making deliveries daily, we're barely getting by. Maybe this alliance with Caesar will help, but I don't know.
Why are things so tough?
Red Rock Canyon isn't exactly the most hospitable place. There's no food, barely any water, and nothing anybody wants. We used to send patrols out to acquire supplies, but ever since Bitter Springs, there just aren't enough of us left.
Let's talk about something else.
Sure. What do you want to know?
Oh, hang on a second. I'm looking to make a few caps. Got any work for me?
You look like you could handle yourself in a fix. All right, I'll tell you what. Anders, one of my best runners, is overdue to report back. If you can find out what happened to him, I'll give you some real work.
Sure, just tell me who I'm looking for and where to start.
About 3 weeks ago, I sent Anders southeast to find a route into Arizona, to open new markets for our product. He should have been back 2 days ago, but there's been no sign of him.
Okay, I'll be back as soon as I have any news.
Thanks. Prove you're reliable on this, and I'll have more for you later. Any luck finding Anders?
Not yet, but I had more questions.
Okay, but please find him as soon as you can.
What do you think about Caesar?
Well, it's not like I'm super attached to working with Caesar or anything, but if it'll stop his patrols from harassing my runners, I'm all for it. Papa hasn't steered us wrong yet.
Have you started making meds yet?
Yeah, you made a pretty good argument. We'll keep it small for now, but if it turns a profit, we might expand.
What do you have for sale?
Jack handles the small-time purchases. You should talk to him unless you're looking for a major shipment.
Okay, I'll do that.
Anything else?
That's enough for now.
Bye.
Alright. Next is to head to Cottonwood Cove, where if you have a really, really, really good memory, or, like me, a sequence you're following, you'll remember that Anders is crucified just outside Cottonwood Cove. Right up there.
Please, help me.
Are you Anders? Jack and Diane sent me to look for you.
Thank God. Let me down, please.
Let's get you down from here. Find Jack and Diane's missing drug runner. Return to Diane and tell her about Anders.
Thanks for getting me down from that cross. I owe you one.
Are you Anders? Jack and Diane sent me to look for you.
They did? Probably mostly Jack's idea. He always was the soft touch. Thanks. You've saved my life and done the Great Khans a huge favor. I'll be heading back to Red Rock Canyon now. Maybe we'll see each other there.
Actually, I have a few questions first.
Okay, but keep it quick. I'd like to get out of here before the Legionnaires come to check on me.
You're smuggling drugs?
Well, not exactly. More like trying to expand our markets. I heard there was a lot of untapped territory down south, but the Legion caught me.
Who did this to you?
The Legion patrol caught me trying to cross the river. When they found the, package I was carrying, they strung me up there.
Goodbye.
So long.
Alright. Return to Diane for now. Let's go to the drug lab, that'll be faster.
Anders told me what happened. We owe you one for rescuing him.
Completed. Return to Diane and tell her about
I
Anders.
can give you caps as a thank you or a special recipe Jack cooked up.
We want the recipe.
Here you go. Enjoy it.
Note added.
With Anders out of commission for so long, we're short-handed on runners, and some backlogs have piled up. We've got an associate in the Crimson Caravan Trading Company who distributes for us in out of Vegas. He's been after us for a new shipment.
Sure, I'll do it.
Great. Here's the package. Your contact is Don Hostetler at the Crimson Caravan. Come back and see me when you're done.
Deliver drugs to Don Hostetler at the Crimson Caravan. We got a recipe for turbo. This recipe allows you to make turbo. Let's head to the Crimson Caravan. Hopefully, there will be some water there.
Hey.
I thought so, anyway. Yes, there we go. Oh heck, there's clean water here, and a buff out that I missed when I first swept this place however long ago. Perfect. Alright, let's look for Don Hostetler now. I've seen him before. He might actually be in the main office building.
Evening.
Don't see him here. He's got to be in one of these, doesn't he?
Nelson will serve as example. We'll bleed the ground red with anyone who opposes our peace efforts.
I think they gave her NCR dialogue, which doesn't really make a lot of sense for her, but whatever. Fuck is Don Hostetler? What the hell's he doing out here? Guess he lives out here. Oh, Hostetler home. Yeah, go figure. If I actually have swept through here before. This definitely looks like a place I've already looted. Anyway, let's talk to Don and Mrs. Hostetler.
Howdy.
We'll start with the Mrs.
What are you doing here? Get out before I blow your head off.
I mean you no harm.
Whatever you say, stranger. Go snoop somewhere else and get the fuck out of my house. Right now.
I just want to ask you some questions.
Are you deaf? I don't give a damn about what you want. Just get out of here.
Goodbye.
Get lost.
Let's talk to Don. Maybe he's somewhat more hospitable.
Need anything?
I've got a package here from your friends, Jack and Diane.
Huh? Oh, right, yeah. I'll take that. You should go now, before you draw any attention.
Return to Diane for your payment. Back to the Red Rock Drug Lab again.
Yeah. Hey, seems like you've been making a lot of friends around here.
I finished the Crimson Caravan run.
Great. Here's your payment.
Now that Anders is back, how about that work?
Yeah, you did good finding him. Okay, if you want a little work, I think I can find you something.
Sure, what have you got?
You up for something challenging? I've got a ship of Jet and Psycho that needs to be delivered to Motor Runner at Vault 3.
Piece of cake.
Don't get cocky. The fiends are twitchy. Most of them won't bother a con, but the ones outside the vault, well, they're outside for a reason. Here's the package. Good luck. Your payment will be waiting when you get back.
Goodbye.
Catch you later.
Alrighty. Now then, let's head to Papa's Longhouse. Take care of my Papa right quick. We need some food. I don't think I have any on me either. Oh, cave fungus, that'll do the trick. And the buffalo gourd seeds too. Alright, let's talk to Papa then.
Share a whiskey with me sometime? All 4 of my most trusted advisors have told me we should break our alliance. Maybe I should hear you out after all.
I've come to ask the great Khans to break their alliance with Caesar's Legion.
I've heard some things from my most trusted Khans that makes me wonder whether this alliance is a good idea after all. But I want to leave a legacy of greatness when I die. My tribe deserves better than this, cowering in a canyon and living on scraps. Tell me then, if I don't join with Caesar's Legion, where will I find my tribe's lost glory?
Speech 75. You don't need to look outward, mighty Khan. Your tribe is proud and strong. Claim your own glory. Any idea where I might look to find such inspiration from the past? What great legacy do the great Khans have? Your tribe is nothing but ghosts and martyrs. Let's have him claim his own glory.
Well spoken, traveler. Well spoken indeed. Perhaps it's time to find our own destiny, unburdened by the past. We'll begin readying the camp to move. As soon as Caesar makes his move, we'll depart. We will make ourselves strong again, and we shall conquer.
Hey, as long as you aren't fighting for Caesar, I don't care what you do.
Whatever your motivation was, I think we owe you a debt.
Idolized. Renowned for your extensive support and goodwill, you are idolized by the community. Now, still more cleanup to do. We need to bounce back to Vault 19 and let Samuel Cook know that the Khans accepted the alliance. Then we're finally going to head after the Cazador eggs to the west of Red Rock, so that we get a little bit of excitement to end today's stream.
Anything from Papa Khan?
Yes, you can join them, but he says you would all still have to pass the initiation rite.
I'd rather not, but fair enough. We'll do it.
Goodbye.
See you around.
That's why can't we be friends? Just clearing shit out of the quest tab. It's always a good feeling. Now then, back to Red Rock yet again. And we'll head up towards that back entrance that we found before. That's where the pile of Cazador eggs is. Along with, you know, a bunch of actual Cazadors. I'm sure have respawned by now, because last time we were back there was before Dead Money, but Am I going to start the King's quests soon? Not particularly. I'm gonna... The next destination I have is Jacobstown, which is up through here, if memory serves. I'll take that Nevada agave. Thank you. It's up through here. This super steep hill to the west, which we can nonetheless actually climb. I thought we could anyway. I know that's where the Cazador eggs are. Come on, way up there. Maybe I need to tackle this a bit differently. There. Almost. Almost. Come on, Oblivion Engine. So close. Don't fail me now. I really don't want to go backwards through that whole long-ass loop. It's probably going to force me to. Yeah, it is. Darn. Let's try up here. Here we go. This should finally be high enough. Ah, thank you. Alright, here come the Cazadors. On what planet was that a hit? Oh, snakebite tourniquet used. Alright, and removed. Alright, good. I mean, I guess I'm fine with that. I'm a little confused how that obvious miss in the animation somehow translated into a direct hit, but whatever, I ain't mad. Come here, fuckstick. Too far away. Yeah, how about now? LOL, do you remember when these things were dangerous? Pepperidge Farm remembers. Alright, so we just need to get past the Cazadors. I'm going to put Bleed Me Dry back on, just so I don't inadvertently miss the egg pile as we move through here. See, that one I buy was a hit. Onward. Can always see the little nest they built. And here's a bunch of them. God, I love Implant GRX. And there's the pile of Cazador eggs. Return to Red Lucy with the Cazador eggs. Super Mutant Master here. This direction, we will discover Jacobstown, and that is where we will end today's stream. More Cazadors. Shouldn't surprise me. My snakebite tourniquets, I'm fine with that. Let's keep on rolling. Killing spree. Yeah, I like to always get at least a little bit of excitement into a stream if I can. Don't want it to be all dialogue and running around, you know. Hey, look. We got like an actual forest up here. It's as though we're almost out of the desert. Trees and shit. So this path should hit the main road again fairly soon. I think I actually have Jacobstown on my map. Yeah, there it is. Still more Cazadors. Slightly annoying at this point because I'm trying to get to the end. Got places to be and such, but It's all good. There we go. Don't fuck with a man who kills Cazadors for breakfast. It's generally good advice. Alright, now let's start angling over toward Jacobstown, because yeah, there's the main road, as advertised. Here's some mantises, which were probably murdered by those Cazadors I just destroyed. So if we take the main, here's the road, if we follow it west, before long we'll discover Jacobstown. There's actually snow in Jacobstown, which is crazy. And we'll end the stream there. Oh, mantises. Jacobstown, a super mutant home, intelligent super mutants, not ones we have to fight, and also home of a returning character from Fallout 2, and one of the companions that I actually really like, Lily. Alright, so here is Jacobstown. They're going to talk to us when we approach, so I'm going to end the stream here and save that for the next episode. This has been Let's Play Fallout New Vegas. Thank you all so much for watching, those of you who joined me live on Twitch. If you're watching on Twitch and you're new here, I hope you'll consider hitting the follow button so that you can receive notifications every time that we go live. If you're watching later on YouTube, I know that I stream at odd and fairly unpredictable hours, generally early in the morning. But if you like the video, first of all, I hope you like it. And if you don't want to miss any content, just subscribe to the channel. All of my content eventually makes its way to YouTube. I don't let anything slide. So if you subscribe there, you don't need to worry about missing anything. Finally, regardless of the platform you're on, I hope you'll consider joining our Discord server. The link to do so is either in the Twitch channel description or YouTube video description. The Discord is where we discuss the games you'd like to see me play. It's where I make official announcements, and we have a growing channel of people who love video games just like you. It's a lot of fun. I hope you'll join us. Thank you so much. The next stream, I don't anticipate it tonight or tomorrow, so it will be more Fallout on Thursday morning. Until then, take care.